In this part of the DVD we're going to be showing you guys how to tune. Our tune is pretty much the same as the Hawaiian ukulele. It's tuned in G, C, E, A. The only difference is that with the E string, this one here, it's got a high octave. So the top string here is G, the next one below is C, and then you got E string, and you got your A. Each string is tuned in the same octave. They're the same note. And as you would notice, your E string, it's the highest tuned string on the instrument. Before you can start tuning your uke properly, you got to make sure that your bridge first is in the correct position. So if you look at the edge of your nut, this bit up here, from here to the 12th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the 12th wire, that distance from there to the edge of the white nut is the same distance from the 12th fret to where your bridge should be positioned. If it's not positioned at the same distance from there to there as it is from here to there, then you need to correct your bridge before you start tuning. Now that we get onto tuning, the main criteria is to make sure that your G string is tuned correctly first. So if you can tune it to a piano, a tuned guitar, or using any type of musical tuner, either a chromatic type tuner, first tune this string correct, which is your G string. Once you've tuned your G string, you can then go forward and tune your other three strings. So the technique is to use the same technique that you use for tuning a guitar, and using the 5-4-5 method. So when you're tuning your ukulele, go to your G string, go down to the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bar the 5th fret on the G string at that position, and that'll be the same note for your bottom string, which is C. Now that this string's tuned correctly, your C string, you then go down to the 4th fret on your C string, and that'll be the tuning for your E string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th fret of the C string is the same tuning for the bottom string, which is E. And then on the E string, going back to the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that'll be your tuning for your A string. And that's basically the 5-4-5 method of how to tune your instrument. Another technique to assist you is when each string is getting tuned, you got to make sure that they're both tuned in the same octave, not a higher octave apart. So for instance, if I tune one of these out, you can tell that one's apart. The top one's correct, but that's incorrect. So I needed to get it sounding the same as the correct string. So what I do, the one that's incorrect, I'll move it up gradually while continuously strumming that particular string. What you want to do is try and get it to where there's an elimination of a technique called beating. Beating is when you got two notes going at the same time. So you want it to be cancelled out, so you just hear one tone instead of two. So there, the tune stopped and you just hear one note. There you hear two. And now you're correct with your strings both tuned correctly. That's the technique for tuning it forward.